I wholeheartedly believe that the Oklahoma City Thunder can make a deep run in the playoffs this year. Now, hear me out. I don't think it's that big of a jump to say that the OKC Thunder are going to be a playoff team. I know I just said they're going to make a deep run, but let's just take the hypothetical out, okay? They're going to be a better team than last year. And last year, they didn't have their number 2 overall pick in Chet. All right? They were the 10th seed. They made the play-in. They potentially could have made the playoffs last year. So they're only going to get better. They're like the second youngest team in the NBA? They're super youthful. Like, what's stopping them? So they're going to get Chet back. They just had the draft. They traded for Davis Bertans, a great shooter. They got Keontae Johnson. They got Cason Wallace in the draft. Some good guards. Cason Wallace is a good guard to help Josh Giddey and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander out, because the main problem with the Thunder is their bench. We all know it. Jalen Williams, both Jalen Williams are going to be going into their second year. They're going to be looking a lot better. Jalen Williams was, second or third in Rookie of the Year voting? That man could make a big jump this year for his second year. Pokusevski, he's going to be healthier, hopefully. He's going to get more playing time. He's only 21. Their oldest player is Davis Bertans, who they just got. But, their whole starting lineup and bench, they're all under the age of 24. You got Lu Dort, 24 years old. Josh Giddey, 20 years old. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, 24 years old. Chet, 21 years old. Jalen Williams, 22 years old. That's your starting lineup. That's most likely you're going to be your starting lineup next year. And then you're just going to get 2 rookies, too, who are very young. I mean, Keontae Johnson's 24. He played 5 years in the NBA. But, he might not get that much playing time anyway. But Cason Wallace is going to get playing time. He's 19 years old. He's going to develop so well. So now you might be wondering, okay, I understand that they're a young team, but that makes no sense in what you said at the beginning of the video when you said they were going to make a deep run. All right, let me clear some things up. So like I said, they were the 10th seed. They're only going to get better. Their roster last year, severely injured throughout a part of the season. Their coach, he's going to get more comfortable with the team. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, he's only going to get better. Shai could have an MVP type season. I don't think he's going to win MVP, but he very well could. Chet, he's had a year. Yes, he didn't play. He was injured. He wasn't playing very much. But it's like a Ben Simmons situation. Ben Simmons, he won Rookie of the Year, even though that wasn't his rookie year. But he was so refined in his craft because the year before, he was able to study, work with the coaches, get chemistry with the team. And then when he was healthy, he knew what to do. He knew the plays. He knew the playbook. It was a clean fit. So I don't see any problem for Chet having some issues getting into his role. I think he's going to be perfectly fine getting into his role right away. Also, before we get too far on this, let me clarify by what I mean a deep playoff run. I don't think they're going to win the finals, and I don't think they're going to win the finals. They're not going to get to the finals. They're not going to win it. Do I think they're going to get to the conference finals? No. Could they get to the conference finals? Maybe. I doubt it. But I think they're going to get to the second round. They're going to get to a conference semifinals. If they don't, come back to this video. But the Thunder have the talent. They have the chemistry. They were a 40-42 team at such a young age. And they're going to get so much better. I can't express this enough how much better they're going to get. And I already went over the starting lineup. Who is going to be very cohesive, play very well together. And now let me explain to you the bench. Jeremiah Robinson Earl. A lot of people probably don't know who that is. He's a power forward, 6'8". He can pass. He can shoot. He's not the best like driver post up guy, but he's a great role player. He knows his role. He's one of those Villanova guys that comes into the league knowing what his role is already. Isaiah Joe, sharpshooter. You need shooters. It doesn't like he's not a great defender. Most shooters aren't, but you need a defender. Like you need one. Ousmane Dieng, he played a lot in the G League last year. Didn't get a lot of playing time. They'll probably bump him up. We'll see some of him in the summer league. Hopefully he's improved a lot. Trey Mann, a decent backup point guard. The other Jalen Williams from Arkansas, I believe, that they got last year, who's only 20. He was a super solid defense. He's like a Draymond Green type player. He's 6'9", but he can play the center. I'm pretty sure he played the center for them in the play-in tournament. He can play the center. He started a lot last year because Chet didn't play. He's a great role player. He's going to fit perfectly with what the Thunder are trying to do. So far, and let me tell you, the free agency hasn't even started. The Oklahoma City Thunder, they're paying most of their guys on rookie deals. They got money to spend. I mean, yes, they did, for some reason in the draft, trade up, but they also got Davis Bertans in it, who, I don't even know if he played last year on the Mavs. I don't know what's up with Davis Bertans. But if he does play, he'll get you like 3 threes a night. Maybe on the Thunder, he'll get you even more. Now OKC's coach, Mark Daigneault. I don't know if I said the last name right. I haven't heard very much. But he's been with the organization since 2014. He was hired in 2020, 2021. So he's been with the roster more. I think the team trusts him. I haven't seen any bad news that has been reported about him with the team, like having chemistry and whatnot. So the front office knows what they're doing. Sam Presti, their GM, is making great moves for the future. I know that has no relevancy with my take right now, but looking towards the future, OKC's only getting brighter. They have like $1 billion first round picks until like 2028. So I think by now, I think I've revealed that I'm very high on OKC's future. I really want them to do well. They've been making moves. They haven't been great since like that season with Chris Paul, which, yeah, I mean, they were all right. Isn't that crazy that Lou Dort played with Chris Paul? Lou Dort's only 24 now? Like, that's wild. That's wild to me. But they haven't made a deep playoff run since KD, Westbrook, that era with James Harden too. But I'm telling you, I think a lot of teams are going to underestimate this OKC Thunder squad. They're a small market team, so they don't get a lot of news coverage. They're going to have a chip on their shoulder. They're not going to be in the spotlight, so they're going to be able to focus on their craft, focus on their playing. I think this is just a recipe for success. If there's one thing that I think the Thunder could add on, it's definitely their bench, definitely their versatility. Besides Chet, they don't have a big man. Like I said, Jalen Williams played center a lot of the year last year, but he's 6'9". He got bullied quite often. If they were playing like a team like the Sixers, they would have to double team Joel Embiid every single time. Nikola Jokic every single time double team. I mean, maybe Poku can put on some weight, but if I'm the OKC Thunder, I'm really looking towards this offseason to get a big man. There's not that many great big men out for free agency this year. But I don't even know what type of player you could get. Maybe like a Kevin Love. He's not like the biggest big man. He's more of a power forward, but he can stretch the floor at least. And Chet can stretch the floor, man. They didn't have that much this year. Jalen Williams shot the three decently when he played. They would do some pick and pops, I saw, during the play-in game because, Minnesota's my team. And they played them. And I don't know. It was interesting to see. And last year, I remember so many analysts and, like, reports coming out when they made preseason predictions that the Thunder were going to be one of the worst teams. They're going to be one of the worst teams in the NBA. And they were 40-42, 10th in the West, probably the best conference, the most deep conference. I mean, that they had the team that won the finals. And I don't even think the Thunder wanted to make playoffs last year. I think they wanted to utilize all their picks that they had, so they wanted to get a good pick. I mean, they ended up getting like the 12th pick, traded down for 10th. But regardless, I think they wanted to develop more. But this year is the time to at least make the playoffs so your team gets experience. Because that's going to be very important for the Thunder going forward with how their players develop. They're going to be a team that's going to be around for a while hitting big. Like, all their players on rookie deals, besides like Shea and like Lou Dort. Those are like the only two players that aren't on rookie deals that they're probably going to be keeping. So, yes, in the future, they're going to have to pay Josh Giddey. They're going to have to pay Jalen Williams. They're going to have to pay these players. But right now, this is the time to utilize what you have. This is the time that they need to go big or go home. Because it's going to be very important for their development of their players. It's going to be very important for the city of Oklahoma City to realize that they have something special there. This next year is going to be big. And I think they're going to be such a fun team to watch. It's going to be the showcase for Chet. People are going to want to watch the Thunder. Shea was an all-NBA player. Josh Giddey has potential to be an all-star. Lou Dort, all-defensive type player. They're going to be a fun team to watch. And I think they can make second round. I think they can make second round of the playoffs. At least second round. I don't, like I said, I don't think they're going to win the finals, but I think they're going to do very well. So that's just my take on the OKC Thunder.